Hey, welcome back to another episode of Nature Aquariums TV. So just the other day we had a live workshop at our store where we aquascape the UNS Foresta 35E. Beautiful paludarium. So like, share, and subscribe so you can see how we did this video, and we'll see you then. Thank you so much for coming in to today's presentation. We are going to show you the UNS Foresta paludarium system. So what's unique about paludarium is that it gives you an aquarium bottom and it gives you a place where to put your plants. So it has full biological filtration via the sponges. It's got a really nice pump that goes back here, and it'll take in the water from here and then dump it through all of the set of sponges, and then the mister that creates the fog goes in here, and you guys can see the mister in action in our plant holder. But I will show you guys this in action, and it has a really nice all glass lid. It allows you to do the cable management, and you can use any light that you want. So included with the set comes the mister, comes all the sponges, and it comes with these really cool sponges that you attach the plants to. So it comes with a string as well, and then they just snap right in place. And what's nice is that UNS, Ultimate Nature Systems, they're going to start, they commissioned the farms to start growing mosses and plants on these squares. So I'll be able to carry in a couple of months. Plants are already on this, and you'll be able to snap it into place. So I've pre-done a couple of these squares, and I'm going to pass these around so you guys can see. You use the string to attach them, and you can attach mosses. Now, of course, I put a starter amount of moss, but they're going to grow. I'm going to show you now the tricks on how to actually get your best results by attaching mosses on this. So some of the rookie mistakes are that you first kind of try to run the string on the foam block with the plant. It's a lot easier if you do start it up kind of like so and set up your first knot, because as you can see, string will fight you. So now that you have a good base, you can actually attach your plants. Here I'm going to use a very cool plant. This is a terrarium plant, and what I like about it is the back looks like dragon's feet. Pass it back. So there's a lot of different plants that you can use, and they'll do really well. Basically, you want to tailor it to what your scape's going to be. If you're going to have a lot of low light plants, and you want something that you can actually cut back the intensity, and that's why I like the Kessel. I also like it that you can adjust it and set the angle, but a bar light will work great. I've seen some scapes where the wood comes all the way up to here, so you could do a pendant hanging from the top. Now, one of the things that sets the Foresta unit apart from a lot of other companies is the fact that these squares are movable. And the reason I like them is that I may set them up now and you know what, I really want to add more moss on the road. Well, you're not going to take your whole setup apart, because it's as simple as popping it out, adding additional moss or plants, or maybe one isn't doing so well, or it's not liking the light, it needs more light, you move it up, you move it down. Or some of the other systems that they do the cork board, or they do some of the pre-made foam boards, you're having to use metal pins to attach everything to the back. Whereas this system, you see these holes over here, the water actually flows behind there. And so it keeps bringing water to the back of this. And I think they gave it a lot of thought. So this scape is going to be a scape that we're going to do a nature style, but I'm also going to incorporate an artificial decoration in it, because we all kind of sometimes find a cool decoration that we like, right? So I'm going to do a little bit something different that normally you don't see. So this is wolfstone from UNS. This is a decoration carry, and then I used black forest wood and I glued it to here. And I will add some mosses along this to really make it look like it's a lost temple vine. And this is going to be set up over here. So we'll have the fog floating over it and plants. And it's something fun, right? Not everything has to be so serious that it's like, oh, strictly plants. If you're not doing this, you're horrible. You know, there's nothing wrong with putting a little Yoda figure in the middle of the forest every once in a while. So right now, this is UNS Contra soil. So if you notice, I've set up so it's sloping towards the back. You always want to have a slope to give it height, because here you're going to have the squares, and up here it's going to be more of a sand. I get often asked, well, how do you keep the sand and the substrate separate? Well, the reality is some of it is going to eventually get mixed up, right? But this is such a nice slow flow system that it's going to keep it for a fairly good time. And then when it does get too mixed up, it is a small enough area that you can then pick up the pieces, right? Kind of fix it all up and reset it. So this one over here is Cypress Hill Fairy. And Cypress Hill Fairy is usually a CO2 requirement plant. But in the wild, it also grows immersed. And this is the way it was grown in the nursery. So I figure it does like high moisture. Usually you see Cypress Hill Fairy popping its head through the water in the wild. And I figured what better way than to put it really up close to there and have the flow of moisture keeping it wet, but planted roots in the good substrate medium. And this is going to go behind the statue. Also, when you're trying to get in there, my fingers are too big to get so close. This is called Borneo fern, and it likes a lot of moisture. It does not like to be submerged, but it doesn't like strong light. So I am on purpose hiding it back here where it's going to get some filtered light and get some shading. These are Phytonias, and Phytonias are better for more light, and the leaves and everything likes to stay drier. So I'm actually going to mount it up here.
Are plants like corals, and where like some can't touch each other? And
no, plants don't get into chemical warfare, fortunately.
That's cool.
Now these are anubias, and anubias, we're used to seeing them in low-tech tanks, but anubias in the wild will grow out of the water with a lot of moisture. So in greenhouses, they actually grow them above water, and they keep them moist. So the whole trick over here will be to, hopefully these will do okay with the moisture, and if that doesn't work, I may have to go and move them around. These are cryptocorinne luteas, and they will also grow immersed. I am kind of hoping that some of these will poke their leaves above water, have some leaves and flower out of the substrate. Now these do well with low light. This is Fontanus moss, and so I am going to attempt to get it glued in. All right, and we still have one more piece.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah, this just looks cool. Gets set up pretty quick too.
So I know part of it is hidden, but this was kind of by design, because I wanted I wanted this to be visible so that when you look at it from the side, you could actually see more life behind there. And you kind of want it so this is a long lost, like a Mayan or some Indian temple, Raiders of the Lost Ark. So it's been all overgrown, and that's where the look went to be. So I know see how this one is perfect, really hidden in the shade. This one's kind of in the shade. So now the next part is we're gonna go and fill it up. You guys want to see that?
Yeah.
All right.
Dang it. Didn't know we were gonna have pink today. So freaking cool.
Now, you guys see how all the water is flowing through behind?
So the mist will just stay on all the time?
And that's what keeps the training plants hydrated.
Oh, so you don't even have to like spritz them or nothing?
No.
So what is the maintenance on a thing like this?
Fertilize and add water as it evaporates.
Fertilize like the water and goes to the plants?
Yeah, liquid fertilizer.
Oh. Yeah. Love a little maintenance tank.
How long before you add fish or shrimp?
We have to cycle the tank, which we are going to add bacteria and ammonia to do fishless cycling.
Oh, so first water you still have to cycle the water?
Yep.
Is it as long?
It's on the planted tank, it's about 2 weeks. What do you guys think?
Let's set up. Sounds good.
So, yeah, that's the whole point of the, UNS Foresta 35. It's not too big, not too small, and you can set it up and have a real zen piece. Set this in your living room, and kind of like, just a relaxation of watching that going on. And when you think about it, it's pretty deep for the amount of, you have almost 4 gallons over here for fish. So you'll have plenty of room for shrimps, inverts, little microfish. You could do chili rasboras in here, would be a great school of that. And because it holds so much water, there's actually from up here, this all the way to the bottom is filled with water. So there's another 2-3 gallons worth of water in there. So the system is a lot bigger than a 4 or 5 gallon little tank would be. So it gives you the water volume without sacrificing, the look.